Yes. It's your boy Manny dropping another video, and this one is going to be the Premier League Week 29. That's going to take place this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. 8 games that's going to be played for this weekend. Before we go into Week 29, let's talk about Week 28. Got 5 out of 10 right. Things didn't go our way, unfortunately. Yeah, it could be getting a lot of hit and misses lately. Hopefully, we could get perfect, and for the next duration for the end of the season. So anyway, so we move on to week 29, and there's 8 games, not 10, because of all the matches. Liverpool playing Newcastle in the Carabao Cup on Sunday, so and all the matches as well. So yeah, let's get into it. So first will be at Goodison Park, which will be a Saturday early kickoff. So Everton versus West Ham. Everton are coming off from a draw against Wolves. West Ham are coming off from a loss against Newcastle on Monday night. So 15th versus 16th. So these are the key points. Everton are unbeaten in 8 games. So Everton have been unbeaten in the last 8 games. The last loss was against Aston Villa. Since then, there's been unbeaten. Most of them are draws. They got like 2 wins within that period, but most of them are draws. Inconsistency for West Ham. The West Ham lost against Newcastle previous week. They won and then they drew, lost, so they're becoming inconsistent up and down lately with the Graham Potter's era so far. It's a must win for both sides. So regardless, they are kind of safe from the relegation, but just to be a little bit more safe, they need to get the 3 points to be further up onto the table. So yeah, it's a must win regardless. So my prediction for this match will be over 1.5 goals. I do see at least maybe 2 goals in this match. I'm going to go 2-1 Everton. I feel Everton will continue this unbeaten streak. West Ham, I'm not really 250. I'm not really 50-50 on them, to be honest. So yeah, I'm going to go Everton with the 3 points potentially. So the next match on Saturday will be at Ipswich. So Ipswich will host Nottingham Forest. Forest are coming off from a huge win against Manchester City last week. Ipswich are coming off from a loss against Crystal Palace. So yes, 18th versus third. Let's get into it. So these are the key points. A big win for Forest. So Forest beat City 1-0. Was a big win for them to, extend the gap further from City and Chelsea, other team below them. So now they're currently 4 points below Arsenal. So yeah, if they can continue, maybe they can find us some second potentially. It's 3 losses in a row for Ipswich. So Ipswich are just, yeah, things are just getting worse for Ipswich every single week. I don't see them doing anything positive or even important going forward. I do see them getting relegated and they are proving my point. Can Forest overtake Arsenal? It's a big reach, but yeah, if they continue winning and Arsenal's continue dropping points, it won't be impossible for them to overtake Arsenal. They're currently 4 points below Arsenal, but anything can happen from now to the end of the season. So my prediction for this match would be Nottingham Forest win. I feel Nottingham Forest will continue this win streak. Ipswich, on the other hand, I don't see them as a threat, truth be told. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Forest. So I think Forest will continue this win streak and next get the match on points on Saturday will be at Etihad. So it will be Manchester City will host Brighton. City were coming off from a loss against Forest. Brighton are coming off from a win against Fulham. So fifth versus seventh. So let's get into it. These are the key points. Back to losing ways for City. So as things were looking a little bit positive for City the past 2 or 3 weeks, now they're back to losing ways. They lost 1 into Forest, so it's been a big it was a big dip for them. And then for to make to chase the top four, they're not gonna get the Premier League, so it's over and done with for them. So now they're aiming for top four to make it to the Champions League next season. So yeah, if they continue losing, it's not looking good for them. Brighton on a 4 games winning streak. So Brighton have been finding defeat for the past few weeks. They're also in the FA Cup semi-finals as well. They're calling a 4 games winning streak. I think the young team has finding their stride now. The young manager is finding the stride like he once did in the early half of the season. So looks like they have picked the form in the right time now towards the end of the season. 1 point separate the two teams. So City currently has 47, while Brighton has 46. So this is a 1 point separate the two teams. So it's a must win for both sides if they want to have a say in the top four race. So it's going to be interesting. My prediction will be for this match, both teams to score. I feel Brighton will be a threat, a huge threat. So I won't rule them out rule them out from scoring. City will score, obviously they're at home. But I do see both teams. And I'm gonna say 2-2. Yeah, I feel it's gonna be a draw on this one. I wouldn't be surprised if Brighton still this one, to be honest. I don't know about City, what's going on with City, but yeah, I see 2-2 draw. So next
my
match
estimation.
will be in Southampton. Southampton will host Wolves. So 20th versus 17th. Well, Southampton coming off from a loss. They lost against Liverpool. Wolves are coming off from a draw against Everton. So these are the key points. Southampton on the 4 games losing streak. Yeah, things are just things. There's no light at the end of the tunnel for Southampton, regardless. So they're gonna get relegated. They're currently on a 4 games losing streak. Nothing further I can say. Wolves are still safe, but for how long? So Wolves are currently have 23 points, so they're kind of safe. But you got Leicester and Ipswich, chasing you down. And if you drop points and those two teams below you start picking points, it's not going to look good for them. So they need to win a few more games to be more comfortable, safe. Southampton still has the worst home record in the league. So Southampton currently, as we speak, have the worst home record in the Premier League. They have 1 win, 1 draw, and 11 losses. They have conceded more goals than scoring goals. Here we are. So yeah, that's just shows where they are at the moment. So nothing more to say. So my prediction for this match would be under 3.5 goals. Now, I could potentially see Wolves maybe demolish Southampton, or then again, Southampton being Southampton sometimes, regards to this, within teams relegation, they might pull up a fight and get a 1-year win. So I see as under 3.5 goals. So in my view, I don't see a lot of goals in this match. I say 2-1 to Wolves. Obviously, Wolves are the better team on the field and on paper. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I so say the 2-1 to last them. Match on Saturday will be at Bournemouth. This will be an interesting match. Bournemouth will face Brentford. Bournemouth coming off from a draw against Tottenham. Brentford are coming off from a loss against Aston Villa. So 9 versus 12. So let's get into it. So these are the key points. Bournemouth on a 2 games losing streak at home. Um, Yeah, I always say that Bournemouth are a better away team than they are at home. They're more effective and more dangerous away than they are at home. They're currently on the 2 games losing streak at home, so it's not looking good at all. They lost to Liverpool and which team they lost? I think it was Wolves. So yeah, they lost two in a row. Yeah, Wolves. Yeah, they lost to Wolves at home, so it's not looking good for them. Brentford on a 4 games winning streak away from home. So not too long ago, Brentford had a atrocious away record in the league. They didn't have the worst, but it was one of the worst. But next thing you know, they've been winning games left and center. They're currently in a 4 games winning streak away from home. Now they're facing a team who are currently on the 2 games losing streak at home. So it's going to be an interesting contest. In this fixture, in the last 3 games, both teams have scored against each other. So I've seen in the past few, in my research, that these two teams have scored against each other in the past 3 games. So I expect this to happen. So in my prediction on Saturday, it's going to be both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. I do see both teams going against each other. Bournemouth have conceded a lot of goals at home this season. Brighton have picked up form away from home lately, so I do see them having to say, and they lost last week, so I know they want to get 3 points. Be finished at the better top of half the table. I'm gonna go 2-2 draw. Yeah, Bournemouth got draw against Tottenham. However, at home they can be very shaky, so I'm not gonna be too keen on them on winning it. To be honest, Brentford, on the other hand, they are finding form away from home. They might win it, they might, but in my view, now the Saturday games are over. Now we're moving on to Sunday games. There's going to be 3 matches that's going to take place on Sunday. One of them is going to be a London derby, North versus West, second versus fourth, red versus blue. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Arsenal coming off from a draw against Manchester United. Chelsea are coming off from a win against Leicester. So let's get into it. So these are the key points. No wins in 3 games for Arsenal. So Arsenal got two draws and a loss in the last 3 games. So they've been dropping points lately, and Liverpool are continuing winning, extending the gap further. Man U, Liverpool are playing the Carabao Cup final and against Newcastle this weekend, so they will have a game in hand potentially. Game in hand. So yeah, so them dropping Arsenal dropping points and then Liverpool will continue winning. It's not looking good for the Gunners. Chelsea on a 2 games winning streak. So Chelsea are finding their winning streak lately. They beat Southampton, now they beat Leicester, two bad sides. Now they're facing a good side for once against Arsenal. So it's going to be an interesting contest if they can continue this win streak. This match has produced a lot of goals. Obviously, the history between these two has been a lot of dramas, a lot of classics, feisty, rivals, controversy, and a lot of goals. So I do expect a lot of goals in this match. So my prediction for this one would be over 2.5 goals. I do see goals in this match. It has always delivered both Emirates and Stamford Bridge. There's going to be goals in this match. I'm gonna go 2-1 to the Gunners, Arsenal. I'm not gonna choose Chelsea, man. I don't care. I know we don't have strikers or anything like that, but I'll just, you know what I mean. I'm just gonna pick my team and say 2-1 Arsenal. But regardless, my prediction is gonna be over
Another match on
2.5
Sunday
goals.
will be another London derby.
So this one is gonna be part two of the West North London versus West London. But this time Tottenham will go to West London against Fulham. So yeah, it's gonna be a London derby, two London derbies in on Sunday, so it'll be interesting. So Fulham versus Tottenham, 10 versus 11. Let's get into it. So these are the key points. No wins in 2 games for Spurs. So Spurs drew and lost. The loss is City and now they drew the Bournemouth. So they have dropping points lately. Um, Also they are got the yeah, things are just not looking good for Spurs as usual. One win in 5 games for Fulham at home. So their last win was against Nottingham Forest, which surprised many um, during that period. So they got one win, two draws, two losses at home. So things are not looking good for them lately. Tottenham have a good record against Fulham at Craven Cottage. So when I done my research, I tend to find that Tottenham have performed well against Fulham at Craven Cottage over the years. So they got more wins against Fulham at Craven Cottage. So could they, get a win for once on Sunday? We see. So my prediction for this match would be Fulham double chance and over 2.5 goals. Now, I would have said Fulham to win because they lost last week, and I know Fulham very well. They lose one week, they win the other week. Tottenham, other hands, yeah, being Tottenham. So I'm gonna go full on double chance, and I'll say over 2.5 goals. I do see at least 3 or 4 goals in this match. I'll be real. The defensive side of the ball can be very shaky. I know attacking wise, Tottenham, especially on paper, they got the better attacking wise, but Fulham have been producing this season. I'm not fully 100% of Fulham to win, even though Tottenham can be shaky at times. But I'm gonna go with double chance over 2.5 goals. I'm gonna go 3-1 of Fulham. In my view, I feel Fulham will get a three
And the
points
last match
potentially.
for week 29 in the Premier League will be on Sunday night. Leicester versus Manchester United. So Leicester coming off from a loss against Chelsea. Manchester United coming off from a draw against Arsenal. So 19th versus 14th. Let's get into it. So these are the key points. Leicester on a 5 games losing streak. Yeah, it's not looking good for Leicester. They're going to be relegated alongside Ipswich and Southampton. Enough said. One win in 5 games away from home for United. Yeah, United has been, very shaky and away from home lately. They got one win in 5 away games. Um, Couple of games they could have lost, but they managed to get a point, especially the game against Everton. Yeah, so they've been lucky at times, so they need to step up and improve. A must win. So the must win for both sides. Obviously, Leicester to get themselves out of the relegation. So for Man United, for pride's sake, because for them to finish at the bottom half of the table is a really, really disgrace. Terrible for their standard. I know things has been a very long season, but you're United. Even though I'm Arsenal fan, but still seeing rivals like that, I can celebrate, but it's still not a good look at all for them. So it's a must win for them if they want to, finish at the top half of the table for, for the price sake and everything. So my prediction for this match would be Manchester United double chance. Now they got a draw against Arsenal last week. Now this is where things get very interesting now. I can't say they can win it, but at the same time, I'm not fully 100% of them winning it at the same time against Leicester. I know Leicester will put up a fight. United defense has been very shocking all season. Their goalkeeper's 50-50. Attacking wise, they just can't find the scoring boots unless it's Bruno Fernandes. He's the one who has to step up. Now Dalo's out of injured. They got a lot of injuries to be fair, but still not good enough. So I'm gonna go United double chance. I'm gonna say 2-1 United. I still think United might beat the Leicester. I still believe they do, but I'm not going to be
Now we
fully
come to the
100% on it.
end of the video. Now I'm going to give you my predictions for all the 8 matches for this weekend. So it's Everton versus West Ham over 1.5 goals. Nottingham Forest win. Manchester City versus Brighton, both teams to score. Southampton versus Wolves, all them under 3.5 goals. Bournemouth versus Brentford over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. Arsenal versus Chelsea be over 2.5 goals. Fulham double chance and over 2.5 goals. They're playing against Tottenham. And finally, Manchester United double chance. So those are my predictions for week 29 Premier League. Now we move on to the three best bets for this weekend. And I chose Nottingham Forest to win. Manchester City versus Brighton would be both teams to score. And Bournemouth versus Brighton over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. So those are my three best bets for this weekend. Hopefully everything goes go to plan, and hopefully it will be a good week since it's 8 games, so minus 2 games. So hopefully it'll be a good week for me and everyone, every single one of you. So yeah, hopefully. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Keep liking the videos, keep subscribing to the channel as well. Help the channel grow, and I'll see you next time. Bye. And before I go, in terms of the Carabao Cup final between Liverpool and Newcastle, I'm gonna choose Liverpool to win it. I wish Newcastle can win it, but I feel Liverpool will be too much for them. So I'm going to go Liverpool to win the Carabao Cup, and they will beat Newcastle in the final this Sunday.